Hello students, welcome to a brand new video by Notebook. Tell me, have you ever played with a bucket full of water, pushing in the mug just to see if the bucket overflows? We will revisit this old game in today's lesson. In playing this game, you have unknowingly recreated Archimedes' famous discovery, in which he ran through the streets of Syracuse without clothes, shouting, "Eureka! Eureka!" What Archimedes had discovered was the concept of displacement. He had realized that if some substance was immersed in a fixed quantity of water, it would displace some quantity of water that had volume equal to that of the substance. So we come to the big question. What is this volume? To put it simply, volume is a measure of how big an object is. In other words, volume measures how much space is occupied by a solid object, or how much quantity of substance it can hold. A bottle having volume 1 liter means that it can hold 1 liter of any liquid. The bigger an object, more is its volume. The term displacement is often used in association with volume. This is because when an object of some fixed volume is immersed in a fixed volume of some other substance like water, it will displace the other substance by a quantity equal to its own volume. The simplest way of visualizing volume is by measuring the displacement with a graduated cylinder. If you do not have a graduated cylinder, just take a clear container and fill some water in it, marking the level using a marker. Now, drop solid objects like rocks, coins, and marbles. Every time, mark the new level of water with different colored markers. The object which raised the water to its highest level has the most volume. You must have heard the story of the thirsty crow when you were younger. A thirsty crow came across a pot of water but could not drink as the level of water was too low. So, he dropped pebbles in the container until the water rose to a height from which he could drink. Not only was the crow very smart, he was well versed in the concepts of displacement and volume. As a result, he could apply them in real life. Using the technique we discussed, you can have a competition with your friends to find out who can immerse an object with the maximum volume without the water spilling over. Try it out. Like we discussed before, volume is a measure of both how much space an object occupies as well as the quantity of substance it can hold without spilling over. A bottle of water with 1 liter volume will displace 1 liter of water if immersed in a larger jug. It can also hold 1 liter of water if filled fully. So, another way of judging the volume of an object is to fill it with some substance, like sand or water. The more it can hold, the larger its volume is. Just like a 2 liter bottle can hold more water than a 1 liter bottle. You can play with this as well, making hollow cuboids, prisms, and cylinders from chart paper and filling them with sand to find out which one has the highest volume. These are ways of detecting which object has a higher volume among a few. If we wish to quantify this difference, we need some units. The simplest object that can be used for this purpose is the humble cube. We will consider a cube of side 1 centimeter as our standard unit. we will stack these cubes in order to quantify the volume of a given object. Take this brick, for example. We can stack our cubes to find out its volumes. By making a stack of equal length, breadth, and height, we can quantify its volume. Here we see that 24 cubes are needed. So the brick has a volume of 24 cubes. Similarly, let us use our cubes for calculating the volume of this box. We can see that the box will be completely filled up by 120 cubes. So, this box has a volume of 120 cubes. Since we are using these cubes for calculation, you may think that these are informal units of volume. However, they are actually standard units. A cube of side 1 cm has volume 1 cm cube. The SI unit of volume is liter, and 1 liter is equal to 1000 centimeter cube. So, 1000 of our cubes will have volume equal to 1 liter water bottle. The values we calculated earlier, 24 cubes and 120 cubes, is therefore actually 24 centimeter cube and 120 centimeter cube respectively. Now we have previously talked about weights. Weight is closely related to volume. If two objects are made up of the same substance, the one with greater volume will have greater weight. If we consider these two bottles filled with water, which one do you think is heavier? Yes, of course, the 2-liter bottle. Similarly, if a single 10 rupee coin weighs 9 grams, how much money is in a bag of 10 rupee coins weighing 630 grams? We can simply divide the total weight, 630 grams, with the weight of one coin, 9 grams. This gives us the total number of coins as 630 by 9 or 70. Now, since all of these are 10 rupee coins, the total money in the bag is rupees 70 multiplied into 10 or 700 rupees. However, remember that it is not always that the larger object will be heavier. An empty 2-liter bottle is lighter than a filled 1-liter bottle. A 1-liter bottle of water, when filled completely with water, weighs 1 kg. However, when we fill the same bottle with mercury, the weight becomes more than 13 times of that of water, or 13 kg. This is because of the concept of density. You will read more about volume and density in your higher classes. For now, aim to understand what we have learned on the relation of weight and volume, and do try out the activities we discussed. With this, we come to the end of today's lesson. We will see you soon with more videos on other topics. Until then, here's Team Notebook bidding you goodbye.